Good morning and thank you for joining another 7 Minute Social. Today is Monday, July 13th. Can you believe it? We're halfway through the month of July already for 2020. I hope you had a good weekend. My week was a little sad, a bit sad actually. My youngest brother, Sean, passed away apparently due to some diabetic complications. We were 20 years apart. He just turned 40. May 26th, passed away, leaving behind a wife and a 3-year-old son and a young stepdaughter. So do keep the family in prayer. Just kind of handling that. But I do greet you this morning. I hope you had a good weekend. And as I come to you this morning, I want to talk briefly on the topic conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories. There have been a number of conspiracy theories going around of late, and this is not a new thing. Conspiracy theories have been tossed around for many years, but particularly now, the whole COVID-19 situation, what would I say? The whole racial unrest that we've seen in the country and around the world. There's just so much happening, and of course, there's so many conspiracy theories going around. I had a friend send me one about a week or so ago, and I kind of listened to it a little bit, and this guy was just talking all this stuff, and I'm just like, wow, really, you know. And then some other things have come my way, and I guess what gets me sometimes, right? And this is maybe my soapbox, and I do apologize, but we as Christians, this is our truth right here, the Word of God, and it kind of hummingbird. It kind of gets me a little bit when I see Christians following after these conspiracy theories that are out there. The danger that we have with this is that we already know, as people of God, that we are doing battle with the great deceiver, Satan himself. And Christ has already warned us on several occasions not to be deceived. I'm reading from Matthew chapter 24. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And he goes on and he says, and then in verse 10, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And then again in verse 24 of that same chapter, he says, For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch so that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Now, of course, Jesus was speaking this, that we ought to be aware that false Christs will arise, false prophets will arise, false teachers will arise, seeking to deceive many, and they shall deceive many. And the thing that I'm concerned about is, as Christians, we ought to strive to publish and speak truth. Because when we are going to be called upon to speak, we want to make sure that people believe us, know that we're speaking truth, and believe our words. And if we're out there spreading these conspiracy theories that may or may not be true, many of them are not true, but if we push them out there and propagate them, then we become a part of the lie that's being pushed, the deception that's being pushed, and we don't want to be a part of that deception. We're playing into the deceiver's hands. We're playing into his role as a deceiver by spreading or propagating or just publishing these conspiracy theories. If anything, let's publish the Word of God. Let's, instead of sending out a conspiracy theory, send out a text, send out a Bible text, send out a verse, an uplifting verse, an encouraging verse to people. That's where I'm coming from. But my whole point here is let's not become a part of the problem. And the problem is there is a great deceiver who is going out to deceive the whole world. He's going to deceive many, even if it were possible, the very elect. And so we need to really make sure that our eyes are stayed fast on the Word of God, that we're constantly reading His Word, and if anything, speak His Word, speak His truth. I get it. We're seeing all these things happening and we're wondering what's going on, and we're just trying to, many of us are trying to piece things together to try and see, is it going to happen this way? Is it going to happen this way? Is it going to happen that way? How is this all going to come about, the end of the world, that is, and the soon return of Jesus Christ? Well, I don't know. My only suggestion right now is, as people of God, children of God, let's be careful not to get caught up in propagating conspiracy theories, many of them lies, many of them made up prognosticators, just talking stuff, making up things, there's no real substance behind it in many cases. We just need to be careful. That's all. We just need to be careful. If it's true, send it. If it's valid, send it. Yeah, share good, factual information. But if it's truly a conspiracy theory, then we don't want to get caught up in that. We don't want to take part in what Satan himself is doing. All right, I'm off my soapbox. Today, study the Word of God. Find a Bible verse, a text, a chapter. Focus on that. Focus on the promises of God. Focus on the love of Jesus Christ, because He does love you. And if you send a text, maybe instead of a conspiracy theory, send a Bible verse to uplift the hearts of others. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Tune in again for another 7-Minute Social. Love you. Take care.